Top of the morning to you. How are you keeping? Not seen you for a couple of weeks. We've been busy with a few things at home and around and about. We've just finished planning the itinerary for our next epic trip in Southeast Asia. At Christmas, 21st of December, we are going to be off again and we are heading for the land of the rising sun, Japan. So we will get there, as I say, 21st of December through to early New Year. We're going to be embarking on some amazing stuff. Really excited about it. Want to share it with you guys. So we'll be heading out and we'll be spending the first 3 days in Tokyo. Staying in the biggest city in the world, obviously. It's a makeup of many cities, Tokyo, over 20 I think. And we're going to be staying in the city of Ueno. Pretty busy, pretty jam-packed with fun and excitement. They've got Amayoko Market, which is a huge street market, just full of clothes, shoes, trainers. It's a bit of a knockoff place, so it's got my attention straight away. Plenty of food. Fresh food as always in the Japanese street markets. Ueno's also got a huge zoo, one of the biggest in Japan, so we're going to pop by and see the pandas there. They've got breeding pandas, so looking forward to seeing that. Shibuya, we're going to head to Shibuya from Ueno, which is on the circular train line. See the Shibuya crossing, the famous zebra crossing, which has got about 27 lanes. So we'll get some footage of that for you, crossing that amazing road. Amazing iconic scene. And also Shibuya has got some great shops, great food. We're going to be trying supposedly the most famous conveyor sushi shop restaurant in Tokyo. I wouldn't know whether it's the best or not because I've never eaten at a conveyor sushi restaurant before, which means we've got to eat at more of them. So not just the most famous one, but we'll try a few more as we go around Japan. In Shibuya there is also a little doggy statue that we'll get a picture of, the famous doggy statue Hiku or something like that, the dog that waited for his owner for 9 years. The dog used to follow his owner from his apartment to the train station and wait for him until he came home from work, returned from work. And one day he didn't return and the dog waited and waited for 9 years. So it's a very famous dog. You'll see that in the Shibuya video. From Tokyo, we're going to jump on the bullet train and we're going to head to Nagano, a place called Nagano, which is kind of north of the island, or north from Tokyo. Nagano, we'll jump on a local train and head to Shibu Onsen, which is one of the mountain onsen villages. Onsens are the hot springs. There are 9 hot springs in this tiny little mountain village. And we'll be staying in the traditional hotels, the traditional Japanese built hotels, the ryokans. I'm having a wonderful time just to chill out there. That will be Christmas Eve when we arrive there. On Christmas Day from there, we're just going to take a little trip up the road to see the snow monkeys. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get plenty of snow on this trip. And it will be fantastic for the girls to see snow for the first time on Christmas Day while watching these monkeys sitting in a hot spring. Then, the day after, it's back down to Nagano for a quick trip in Nagano. There is the oldest Buddhist statue and obviously the oldest Buddhist temple in Japan. So I want to take a Keck to see that. From Nagano, we will be back on the bullet train all the way around to Kanazawa, which is on the north coast of Japan, where the Japan Sea is. Some of the best seafood we are going to be trying there. There is a very famous market for fresh seafood. Markets are going to be well on the radar in Japan. Done some research on them, and yeah, the fresh food is amazing. You can just stand and eat it. They'll cook it for you. You just pick the crabs or the sea urchins or the oysters or anything you want, scallops, and they will cook it for you there and then. And the wonderful thing, the Japanese custom when you're eating in a market is the trader or vendor will ask you, would you like a drink with that, sir? So if you're wondering at any time during the trip how Steve's getting on, I will be ankle deep in shopping, don't worry about that. So also in Kanazawa, we've got one of the oldest samurai settlements. There's like a small village there, samurais. There's some beautiful Japanese gardens, which you want to go and see. And also there is a geisha district, whether we'll see a real live operational geisha walking the streets on our way to work. Let's see. From Kanazawa, we are back on a bullet train around to Kyoto. Kyoto is again a very historical and cultural city down towards the west coast, further down from Kanazawa. Plenty to see in Kyoto. Again, the food scene and the market scene. There's a beautiful river. You can walk along the river, see all the sights. There's some really great traditional alleyways where there's izakayas are the small Japanese bars, the little eccentric bars. So we're looking forward to Kyoto. After Kyoto, we're gonna just head down to Osaka. Osaka is supposed to be the kitchen of Japan, so we're looking forward to all the food there. We're looking forward to Dotonbori, which is the crazy neon canal side area, where you'll see the Glico running man and we'll take pictures of him for you. And in between those two trips, Kyoto and Osaka, we'll be taking a couple of side trips. One of them is to a place called Nara, which has just free roaming deer in the deer parks there. And you can feed those deer with specially made biscuits, and they actually bow to you. So you give them a biscuit, they will bow to say thank you, which is something I'm looking forward to seeing. And also from Osaka, we're going to do a side trip from Osaka to Kobe, where we can't miss out on Kobe beef. And also there's a really ancient Chinatown, one of the oldest in Japan. So we're going to be visiting the Chinatown and trying out some of the Japanese/Chinese food that will be on offer there. And Kobe waterfront is also wonderful. And then that takes us to the end of the trip. From Osaka, we will fly back over to Tokyo and then back through Ho Chi Minh City to Laos. So please subscribe if you want to join us on this trip. Hit the little bell so you get notifications of when each episode comes up. We're excited to go on the trip. We want to take you with us every step of the way. So please join us when we get big in Japan.